and welcome back to my channel. Today's makeup tutorial is going to be the look that I'm wearing right now. I decided to do a talk through for this one. It's not really a talk through because it is honestly so simple, but instead of doing a voiceover I just really wanted to kind of just talk to you guys a little bit because I've missed you. I haven't actually recorded in about a week. I mean, I obviously still have been uploading, but a lot of them were kind of pre-recorded, so I have really missed sitting down and recording, so I just wanted to talk you guys through it. So I really wanted to show you guys a nice everyday look. This is obviously an everyday look that you can wear for stuff like shopping, work, school, still kind of feel like yourself, which is nice. And I wear this look so much, so I really wanted to share this with you guys, and I wanted to do a little bit more of a talk through rather than do a voiceover, just because I missed talking to you guys. If you do want to know how to achieve this really easy, neutral, everyday look, then please just keep on watching. Okay guys, so I've started off with no makeup at all, and I'm just going to get straight into it. By the way, my hair, don't even say anything. My hair is everywhere. I've already moisturised my skin, so the first thing I'm going to be doing is using my MAC Prep and Prime Natural Radiance, and I'm just going to be applying this all over. I've actually really been liking this primer recently because it's really hydrating and it kind of smooths the skin at the same time, and it has a really cooling effect, so it kind of makes the skin feel a little bit cool before you put your foundation on. I don't know why that's necessary, but it just makes the skin feel really nice. So I'm just applying this all over my skin, and my skin just kind of feels really plump after using this. And when I used to work for MAC, I was never really that fond of this primer, but now my skin has changed. I actually really like it. So next I'm going to be applying my foundation. Because this is an everyday look, you can of course go for a BB cream or something like that, but I just decided I wanted to go for a foundation just because this look isn't going to be like a no makeup look. It's still going to be like something you can wear for every day, but it still involves you actually putting on a decent amount of makeup. So I'm using my Mercier Silk Cream foundation, and I'm just going to start to dot it all over my skin. And with this foundation, because it's quite thick, I kind of just like to rub it a little bit as well, just so that it's ready for when I apply my sponge on top of it. And the colour that I'm using is Cashew Beige, just because I haven't tanned, so this is kind of like my light shade when I'm lighter. Then I'm going to go in with my sponge, and I'm just going to be bouncing this onto my skin just to make sure everything is nice and blended, and this just gives you the most flawless finish in the whole world. So I'm just going to be bouncing this onto my skin. And I've just been loving this foundation the past 2 months or so. It's just the perfect coverage for me. It gives you a really gorgeous coverage, but it kind of gives you a little bit of like luminosity at the same time, so I really like it. Okay, so once that is all blended in, I'm going to get started on my eyes. I'm going to be using my Stay Don't Stray primer from Benefit. It has been a while since I've used this. I've been using the Soft Ochre Paint Pot for a while now, but I'm using this just because this is a little bit lighter than the Soft Ochre Paint Pot. That's quite thick, and because we're going for something really simple on the eyes, I just want to do something really, you know, light. So if I go for Soft Ochre, it just might be a bit too much. So I'm just using this all over my lid, and I'm just going to blend this out with my finger. So because my eye primer is a little bit sticky, I'm going to be using the Soap & Glory Instant Retouch Pressed Powder just on a Sigma E30 brush, I think. It's rubbed off because I've had this brush for literally so long. But I'm just going to be applying this all over my lid just to very lightly set everything. I don't want to apply too much of this powder, just a little bit. Next, I'm going to be taking the Zoeva 228 brush, and I'm going to be taking my bronzer. This is the MAC Mineralize Skinfinish in Dark Golden. And I'm just going to start to apply this in my crease. And this is one of my favourite bronzers at the moment because it's just got a really nice neutral tone to it. It's warm, but it's not too orange at the same time. I really like it, especially for the summer. And I'm just going to be applying this into my crease because it's actually a really nice transition shade. So I'm just blending this in and just basically using it to define our crease a little bit. Next, I'm going to be taking the tiniest little bit of MAC's Uninterrupted Eyeshadow and just apply a really small amount of this into my deeper part of my crease, just because I want to give it a tiny little bit of definition but not too much. And I'm just applying this into the crease and just blending it back and forth and just making sure that blends into the previous shade. Next, on my lid, I'm going to be using the Kiko Colour Sphere eyeshadow in number 3, and this is just this really pretty shimmery gold colour. I'm just going to take a really small brush to apply this all over my lid. This is basically all I'm going to do for the eyeshadow, just because I want it to be really natural. Next, I'm just going to apply some mascara, and then we're going to apply our false lashes. If you guys don't want to apply false eyelashes, it's completely optional. I just don't mind wearing eyelashes for everyday wear, but it's completely up to you. Eyelashes just give me a little bit more of extra definition, and I'm going to be using a fairly natural pair, but it is of course up to you. And for my lashes, these are the 102 Demi of a random brand that I'm not sure what brand this is. These are literally exactly the same as MAC 7s, and yeah, I can't tell you guys the name, but I know that they are called 102 Demi, so I'm not sure. And I'm going to apply these lashes onto my lash line. I can never talk when I do this. So these lashes are literally one of my favourites, just because they look like when you apply a lot of mascara and they kind of go spiky. It kind of reminds me of that. So I'm completely fine with wearing lashes, especially when they're natural like these. Or another one of my favourites are the Demi Wispies from Ardell. They're amazing as well. So, okay, so while the lashes are kind of drying, I'm just going to do my eyebrows. So next I'm going to get started on my concealer. So I'm going to be using a concealer that's a couple of shades lighter than my skin, just so that I can kind of highlight these areas as well. And I'm just going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. And I'm just applying this under my eyes, and I'm going to kind of be putting it in an upside down triangle shape. And I'm just going to be blending that in with the same sponge that I used to apply my foundation, and I'm just going to be bouncing this into my skin. So once I've kind of blended all the areas that are kind of blendable with this sponge, I like to go in with a smaller brush, and the brush I'm going to be using is the Sigma 3D HD Precision, because it's just so easy to blend in little areas that you can't reach. So I'm just going to be using this to blend in the little corners of my eye and just on the bridge of my nose. And that way we can kind of get a nice sharp line here, and what that will do is just kind of lift the face as well. Next I'm going to be setting my under eyes with the Soap & Glory powder again. This is the Instant Retouch Pressed Powder, and I'm just going to be using a Real Technique setting brush and just making sure there's no creases. So looking up is just going to make sure that it prevents any creasing. I'm going to be taking another Zoeva 237 brush, and I'm just going to be using that to apply the Uninterrupted Eyeshadow onto my bottom lash line. Next we're going to apply some mascara to our bottom lash line. And then to finish off, I'm going to take a skin tone pencil and apply that to my waterline, just to finish up the eye look to make it look nice and bright. Next I'm going to start to bronze my skin, just so I can give it a really nice pretty glow. And you guys don't have to bronze as much as me. I like to be bronzed, but it's completely up to you. A lot of you guys say to me that my bronze is too much, but I like being bronzed, and I'm gonna carry on being bronzed. I just love that kind of bronzed effect, and because I have quite tan skin, it kind of, my face always ends up being lighter than the rest of my body somehow. So bronzing on my face may look a lot on camera, but in real life it really does help, and it kind of just evens everything out. So yeah. So I'm just going to be applying this onto my cheeks, and I've also applied it onto my forehead, and then I kind of just go up in a C shape and just kind of bronze everywhere and just make me look like I've been in the sun, basically. Because this is an everyday look, I don't want it to be too crazy on the contour, so I'm just going to use a really small amount of the Bahama Mama bronzer from the Balm and just literally use it to very slightly chisel the cheeks. And then to finish off the skin, I'm going to be taking the Becca Opal highlighter, and I'm just going to be applying this onto the tops of my cheekbones just to give us that glow. If it's an everyday look, I really like to look like I'm glowing, because even though I've used kind of like a matte finish of a foundation, this will just kind of make you look really nice and healthy. So where I like to put it is on the top of my cheekbone and just above my eyebrow. I'm also going to pop it on the edge of my nose just to turn my nose upwards a little bit, and then I'm also going to apply it on my cupid's bow So for me, a nude just has to be done, but of course you can pick any lip colour. Any lip colour is actually going to go with this. You could pick a bright lip, a dark lip. So I've kind of got this golden face going on. I really just want to go for a really nice peachy nude. So I'm going to be using 2 lip liners and a lipstick today. So I'm going to get started off with the Rimmel Addiction Retractable Lip Liner, and I'm just going to be using this almost all over my lips. So I'm just going to be lining my lips and then kind of filling them in as well. I'm going to be taking one of my favourite lipsticks, and this is the Gerard Cosmetics Nude Lipstick, and I'm just going to be applying this all over my lips. And then to kind of cool this down a little bit, I'm going to be taking the Cappuccino Lip Liner from Rimmel, and then I'm just going to be kind of lining the outside of my lips with this. So guys, that is the end of this look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I really wanted to do something a little bit more on the natural side. I really wanted to do a look that you guys could wear every day, and this is obviously a look that is not a no makeup look. If you guys want to see my version of a no makeup look, and if you guys don't know what that is, that's basically like making it look like you're not wearing anything. This is an everyday look, so this is something that you can wear when you're going shopping. This is something that you can wear to school or something like that. So guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed this really simple makeup tutorial. If you did enjoy, please give this video a thumbs up because it honestly does help me out so much. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I put new videos up every Tuesday, Friday and Sunday, so you will see my face 3 times a week. All of my social media links are down below, so definitely check that out if you want to follow me on social media. And yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I will talk to you in the next one. Bye guys. Mwah. Thank you.